that came to the previous one on the 9th of September, I gave literally, I don't even think it was 20 hours notice. It was literally, maybe 18 hours notice overnight. And then I had, about 24 people show up. So that was really fantastic. Thank you so much. And we spent most of that hour on different ways to switch chords. Yeah. So I am going to also record this to the cloud. And we didn't have enough time to go through the medley, even though I did go through it. So what I want to focus on today is to basically, number one, find your optimal vocal range. I'm just curious, raise your hand if you know what's your optimal vocal range. Yeah. So, yeah, raise your hand if you know. Yeah. Okay. Steph, okay. So Steffi's asking if the music, you could order the music. I play the Canon. So the best deal is to just order the bundle because I produce so much stuff. I don't even remember what I played.
Yeah, I have the
Okay,
bundle.
so if you know your optimal vocal range, then you either know it by hearing it, right? And you could say, oh, I can't sing that. That's too high for me. Or you know it by looking at the music and say, oh, I can't sing that. Or I can sing this, right? Either way, you could consciously just tell. So then what happens is there's two ways to deal with this. You can either sing harmony, which, who has seen the video of me and Marlise doing the medley on the webpage? Okay, so that's what happened. She immediately switched, an interval higher to sing with me in harmony because she's able to do that. And I love doing that when I'm with a group of people and I can't sing it. Usually if a guy is leading a song session, I usually can't duplicate what he's doing. I can't sing in unison. So then I just switch. I I harmonize it. But suppose you don't know how to vocally harmonize on the spot. What do? Well, if you have time, you could transpose the music to customize to your voice so you could sing it at your optimal best. Okay? So this is what I did with my piece. I originally chose 7 songs. I set them all in the key of C. And then very quickly I realized I could only sing maybe 2 of them in the key of C. All these other songs that are based on Pachelbel's Canon chords, I can't do it, so I had to transpose it, okay? So now the trick I'm gonna show you today is the medley that I put together suits my voice. So if you also have an alto voice like me, then you should be able to do it, okay? If you're slightly different, especially if you're a soprano, then you probably want to take it up a few steps, change it to a different key. But if you just could do it for one of the 7 songs, for example, if I sing it in the key of C, and then you have to sing it in the key of D, a whole step higher, then all the remaining songs, you do the same thing. If it's in the key of G, you just go up to A. Does that make sense? Yeah? If it's in the key of D, you say, well, I have to go up, right? Now, if you think my voice is too high for you, whatever you see and you think I can't reach it, then you can go down a step. So what that follows is the chromatic circle, not the circle of fifths, but the chromatic circle. So this is a device that Henry Potter in England had put together, and I tried to cut and paste it, and I did a terrible job, and he laminated it, and it's really easy to put together, and you could just find it, and all the other chords follow, because it's just a basic algebraic formula, okay? It's just a formula. So that's what we're gonna do today, and all right, so let's just go through just a few things. There's several things we want to make sure you know. Why am I working on this? This is Pachelbel's work, one of his 500 works, but the one that's most famous, Pachelbel's Canon. All right, and it uses 5 different chords, in a major scale. He happened to do it in the key of D, but we're doing it in the key of C. All right, so what are they? So let's do a little warm-up. Is everybody muted? We'll do a little warm-up. And, okay, here we go. Do it. Let's just go through what the chords are. I'll count to 4, and then we play it. Either I have a low G. You don't need to have a low G. Or you could do 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could do 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could do 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm going to name the chords, and then I'm going to put them in the chat. All right, it really helps to remember what these chords are. Maybe I could get a volunteer to type it in the chat. Who would like to volunteer and type the chords that I name in the chat for everybody? Steffi, bless you, thank you. All right, so there's 5 different chords, but there are 8 measures. So they are put together, you know, in a sequence of 8. So the first one is C. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. C. Yeah? So what's the next one? It's a G and G. After that, so this is the 1, the 5, then it goes to A minor. A minor. So 1, 5, 6. What am I talking about? Then it goes to the 3, E minor. Then it goes to the 4, C, D, E, F. C is 1, D, E, F. F would be number 4. Now it goes back to the C, to the 1. And then back to the F. Now it goes to the G. So it really helps to remember the Roman numerals as well. So if we're in the key of C, the Roman numeral 1 would be the C, okay? And the next chord is what? G, right? So that's Roman numeral 5 because we go C, D, E, F, G, 5. So 1, 5, and then after that is the 6, A minor, 6. After that is E minor, so that's C, D, E, 3. Okay, and then we go to the F, which would be C, D, E, F, 4. We come back to the 1, C, and then we go back to the 4, F, and then we end on the 5. Now it's very important that it ends on the 5 because songs don't end on the 5. Songs don't end on a G if it's in the key of C, right? It makes you want to go back to the beginning, like a turnaround. We get that in 12-bar blues, right? It makes you want to go back, especially if you make it a G7. Why? Because there's so much tension, you know? There's an interval of a second, so it makes you want to go back, right? Okay, so let's take a look. Let's do that again. This time I'm going to count to 4. We're going to go through all these chords. Now, Steffi has written them all down. C, G, A minor, E minor, F, C, F, G, and also Roman numerals as well. So I'm just going to add one more thing to the Roman numerals. Roman numerals capital would be major. So every time you have a minor one, just to make sure you got the right one, we make it small. So I'm just going to type it in small ones. And thank you, Steffi, for writing that in because it makes my job so much easier. All right, so there you go. Now, why are those Roman numerals important? Because it's like algebra. Because if we say C is not a good key for me to sing Puff the Magic Dragon, I need it a little bit higher in the key of D. Guess what? you automatically transpose it. That's the word. Okay, so let's do it again. C. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, G, A minor, E minor, F, C, F, G. Okay, so let's keep doing that. I'm still doing C, G, A minor, F, so the idea, continue doing this with the medley, is that we'll be playing Pachelbel's Canon, but sometimes we'll sing a song that's using the Canon chords. Yeah, like this. I'm playing the Canon. Continue on C. Puff the magic dragon, live by the sea. Okay, didn't quite do that. The tempo's not right. All right, so let's do a quick review. I just want a quick pose. Which chords are used in Pachelbel's Canon in C? So this is multiple choice. Zoom didn't used to have multiple choice, but it's got multiple choice now. So click on all those chords. Now don't see if you could avoid looking at the chat history. Which chords? There's altogether 5 different chords used in Pachelbel's Canon in C. What are the chords that are used? And can everybody see the poll? Yeah, is it C? Is it D? Is it D minor? Is it E? E minor? Is it F? G? A? Is it A minor? Is it B? All right, go ahead and fill it out. And so for some people, it might be easier to just memorize the Roman numeral numbers. You know, who's good at memorizing numbers better than memorizing abbreviations or, you know, acronyms? For me, yeah, it's like telephone numbers, right? 15634145. 15634145. You can memorize that, then you have access to
Like my
dozens
ID
of
number
songs
for the
that
ride,
use-
2041089. It's like I can rattle it off, and some people,
Oh boy.
they can't
Okay,
remember. They
Maureen,
have to
you
pull
just
it.
said something, but you know what? I just realized my volume is out. So, okay, I've got 68% of you. I'm going to count down from 10. Now's your time to fill out the poll to finish. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all right, 1. So I'm going to end the poll. This is anonymous, by the way. So did we get it right? Just about, I think just one person made a boo-boo. It's not E. So we got C, E minor, F, G, and it's not A. A is A major, and it's A minor. So there's 2 minor chords, E minor and A minor, and the other ones, C, F, G. C, F, G are major. Okay? All right, great. So
It was in the
let's
chat
continue.
already, so we could have copied it from the chat.
All right. Maureen, I'm going to have to hear you in the recording because I can't hear any of you
Oh, okay.
right now. So, and we have, yeah, sorry about that. Something happened. Okay. All right, let's go through the medley. The medley is 7 pieces, so I'm going to share that so we could go through it. And what I like you to do is when I'm sharing that, I'd like you to see whether you could sing it. Yeah, it's like, can you, does that key work for you? Do you have to stretch yourself, you know, to really reach that note, or is it too low for you? You're going like, ugh. Okay, so just have a pencil next to you and just make a note of that song. We only need one song to basically change the key of, then everything else follows suit. So you might not know all these songs, but you know, just the one song, all right? So let's do that. I'm gonna share this screen. The first one is Puff the Magic Dragon. Okay, so what I like to do is have us introduce the song with you know, with the chord progression, basically. All right, so, okay. Now make sure you're muted for the best recording results, and I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'll count to 4 and we start. 1, 2, so. 1, 2, 3, 4. By the way, I'm doing chord melody of the bass. The bass line is just the names of the notes. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and bought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy. Then it goes to the next one. All right, let's take a look. Raise your hand if you were able to sing it comfortably. Yeah, all right, so we have all these altos here. All right, good. Linda, yay! I met Linda for the first time in person a few weeks ago in Boston. She was there for just a whirlwind. Great to see you. Okay, now raise your hand if you could sing it, but it was too low for you. You had to go like this. All right, you're probably a soprano, Maroon. Okay, raise your hand if you need a second try because you didn't really sing it, so you're not sure. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, I'm just gonna ask one more question now that Hannah's here. Raise your hand if you couldn't sing it, but you were able to harmonize to it, like vocally harmonize. Wow, we got singers here, Shirley and Hannah. Sherry, of course, you could harmonize. Joe, so that's one of the things that is such a gift, you know, because it really requires to listen and just be able to do what. So Jessica, great to see you. Okay, let's try it one more time and really pay attention. Okay, ooh. Sorry, I just got a call. This is a problem with having another. Okay, ready? 1, 2, I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, 1, we'll go right in. Puff, the starting note is C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and bought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy. Okay, so let's take a look. What would happen if we were to transpose it? All right, let's try transposing it by sight. Though for those of you it's a little bit too low for you, I'm gonna say let's see if we can make it higher. So just think alphabetically. Instead of C, go up the alphabet to D. Okay, let's try that. 1. So now the starting note will be D. Puff, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Puff the magic dragon. So instead of A minor, it will be B minor. So if you know the principle of barring, the way I do the barring is this. So A minor is here. I'm going to change my fingers so that I have to cover the open, the 0th fret. Okay, so now it's as if I have to capo this. So this becomes A minor. So in order to go to B minor, I have to go A minor, go up, A sharp, and A minor will be here. That's how I know. So A minor will be here. Live by the sea. So E minor will now be F sharp minor, which is 2, 1, 2, 0. C. All right, let's do that again. D. Puff, puff the magic dragon. Live by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Lee. I could just about do it. Lee, little Jackie Paper, love that rascal Puff, and bought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy. You see, what I noticed about this is what? Is that I sound better. Raise your hand if you thought I sounded better. Probably you weren't paying attention to me, but I felt it. I was a little bit louder because I had to reach the notes. It was just that high note. Honolulu, I couldn't quite do it, but I probably, if I warmed up, I could do it. So I might decide, you know what? D is a better key for me, so I'm going to replace all that. So if you want to put down in the chat, what are the chords in the key of D? It would be what? D. Everything just goes up a little bit, right? D, A, B minor. I'm just going to put it in there. The numbers for B minor are 4, 2, 2, 2. Okay, and then E minor will be F sharp minor, which is what? 2, 1, 2, 0. It looks just like a G7 chord, and then instead of an F, I'll have a G. Yeah, and then I'll go G, D, G, A. So those are the chords. Actually, this is what Pachelbel's Canon. It was originally in the key of D. Pachelbel's Canon in D. They were using these chords. All right. So I'm just gonna ask for a short poll. Raise your hand if you thought that worked better for you, singing it in the key of D. Great. Okay. So for the guys, I'm gonna guess that maybe it'll sound better if you went up a bigger interval. So those of you that have taken music theory from me, Steve, you've taken music theory, you know what I'm talking about, right? So instead of going from C to D, which is just an interval of a whole step, 2 half steps, a major second interval, we're gonna go up a perfect fifth interval. So C will go up to G. Let's see if we could do that. Who would like to volunteer to type in the chords while I name them out? Maybe somebody else? Steffi, you want to? Okay, let's do that. Steffi, go ahead. All right, so let's try see if we could do that. So instead of a C, we're gonna go up to G. Now, I'm betting that maybe this is easier for guys. So, puff, puff, puff. So starting note is a G. Puff, puff, the magic. So instead of a G, it would be a D. This is where circle of fifths would be really useful to have in front of you, because a circle of fifths they go in fifths, right? So you just read from the circle of fifths. So we start on the G chord. Puff the magic dragon. Okay, so then because I'm a pianist, I'm thinking A minor. If you're a pianist, this is easy for you too, because you use your hand. A minor, it would be E minor. Live by the sea, B minor. sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and bought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy. Okay, how was that? Was that easier for guys to sing that? No, Bob? No? I was wrong? Oh my gosh.
It's easier for me if I sing.
Maureen, you can, okay, I can't, okay. I can't hear you. So, it's my computer. So if you type it in the chat, then I can see what you're saying. All right, if you type in the chat. Now, you could always say, that doesn't work for me, so what do I do? Well, how about in between, you know? You could go up a fourth, but here's the easier one. I'm just gonna show you my template, right? Here's my template. This is a PDF version, so you could type it in, and I'm gonna show you my template. Where's my template? Why doesn't it do that? Share my template. I'll have to share this time because I've got the Zoom, the big Zoom on right here. My medley template with links. Oh. What it has is template with links. Here we go. Template with links. Yes, here we go. Here's my medley template with links. Here we go. Sharing it. Come on. Share it. Here. So my template with links is, if you click on the link, you can go to the web page, which has odds because, and you could tweak it yourself. Yeah, template with links. Where did it go? Open, link. So here you go. This is my one. It's gonna look different on yours. So let's just try that. In the key, this web page is free. Jim Carrey put that together. So we went from C to D. It looks just like your fretboard. The higher you go in pitch, the lower down your fretboard, right? So we went to G, and I see a lot of people shaking their heads. So I'm gonna say, well, why don't we see if we could do it in the key of A? Maybe this will work for you. And I'm gonna lay it out so that you can see the chord names and diagrams above, so you can see. Now this is really important that you know how many steps is best for you. All right, so let's try that. C sharp minor. I could remember you only need 3 different notes to produce a major or minor chord, but ukulele we have 4 strings, which means that one of them is duplicated. So I could do a C sharp minor like this, you know, 4 4 4. So X 4 4 4 like that. Yeah. So starting note is the name of the note. Sorry, name of the chord. So if it's A, it would be A. Puff, puff. It's very important that you tune your voice to the note you're supposed to sing when you start. Otherwise, you won't be able to. It'll be harder to find it. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist. There's 2 different B7s. Land called Honolulu. We all like this other B7, so I'm just going to click on Edit and click on Chord Builder and add my B7. This is how easy it is. B7, because I prefer this B7. You see that? And I'm going to add that. Okay, that's it. So you see, it has that. Oh, I want to get rid of this. Update. There. got that new B7 in there, okay? Melancholy. Let's go to Little Jackie Paper. Ready? Little Jackie Paper, love that rascal Puff, and bought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy. Then we go to the next one, okay? So what did I just do? I transposed it to the key of A. Now, you could also decide, well, that's still not good. So you could keep on playing with this and transpose it to different keys, okay? So we did C, G, and A so far. Shall we try F? Let's just try F to see if you could do that in the key of F. All right, here we go. Hopefully this is big enough. So again, if it starts on the F, the first starting note, puff, will be on the F. So it's this one here. Puff. Everybody do that. Puff. All right. So why don't you just go through all these chords? Make sure you know the chords before we start. I'm just gonna start up this thing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, let's do that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Puff the magic dragon, live by the sea. Now, some of you are able to change your register, so you could go puff really high. Puff the magic dragon. This is not my key. Live by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Holly. I have to fake it. Little Jackie Paper, love that rascal Puff, and bought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stop share. You've tried so many different keys now. Raise your hand if you think you know which is the best key for this song for you. Raise your hand if you found it. All right, fantastic. You found it. Now, those of you that haven't found it, this is what I'm going to do because I have my other thing. I'm going to join. Just a second. I'm going to. Okay, I'm here. I'm going to ask you to. I like to have one person volunteer who has found their key and want to play or sing it and tell me what key it is. All right. Anybody want to volunteer and sing it? No? Oh, Hannah. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and volunteer.
Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you, and I'm going to mute myself so
Right.
that I can hear you even better.
Okay, I don't have the chords in front of me though.
Oh, okay. Tell me what key it is. We're all going to play along with you. What key?
F.
Oh, the one that we just sang it in was good for you? Oh my gosh.
Well,
okay.
I sing it an octave higher than you.
Wow. Wow. All right.
But,
let's do.
You know, the chords are easy. That's what I like.
You mean the B flat is really easy for you?
Well, it's not that bad.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So we're going to sing an F. Pop the magic dragon, live by the sea, and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper, love that rascal Puff, and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, you know, see, the reason is that those chords are all so close together. They're easy to switch back and forth.
Okay, wow, that's great. So this is what's happening. Everyone pay attention to this. This is, what's happening now is Hannah has found F to be the best one if it's in the key of C. So she's going to write down, it's going to be a perfect fourth interval up. So C, D, E, F. Okay. So that means all these other songs, idealistically speaking, she needs to transpose them. All right. So what we're going to do, so now you remember which one was best for you. Yeah, if C was the best one, like Priya, if that was the best for you, then you should be able to follow this whole, all my songs. Yeah. Can I find who thought D was the best one for you? D. Did anybody find D being the best one? I'm not going to make you sing it. All right. Okay. How about G? Was G the best for you? No? Okay. Yeah. Maureen, I can hear you now. Which one's good for you?
No, it's between C and G, but when we played F, I found that pretty good too. I was just unsure of switching the chords fast enough when you ask somebody to play, to the
I have
beat.
a feeling. Yeah, I think you're a soprano too.
I like the F. I've done that before. Lynn and I used F for different things when we sang together.
Oh yeah. Please don't think that just because it works for one song, it works for all songs. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Right.
So the second song is a song from Go West of Pet Shop Boys. I don't know if you know Go West of Pet Shop Boys. So I'll just go through that. And then I want to quickly take us to songs that I think everybody probably knows, I bless the day I found you. Am I right? That one. So then you really want to choose a song that you know, because then the possibility of tuning it to, finding the best key for you would be much easier. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share that right now. I'm going to go to, there's only 7 songs, but the last song, I've only given the introduction to it, not the whole one, but in my new handout, I did give the introduction. So I'm gonna, I have to disconnect. Join audio here. Okay, here we go. And I think I should still have original sound because nothing has changed. All right. So this one, so remember when the previous one we went, they're fancy, they're fancy, they're fancy. Instead of stuff, we're gonna go together. So starting note is G. Together, we will go our way. So now because this is what do you call it? An upbeat song. Whereas earlier, Puff the Magic Dragon is sort of a sad song and I'm telling a story. That's why I didn't have much accompaniment. This one, I really want to do like a calypso island strum. Together, we will go our way. Together, we will leave someday. Together, your hand in my hand. Together, we will make our plans. Together, we will fly so high. Together, tell all our friends goodbye. Together, we will start life new. Together, this is what we'll do. So already I can feel when it reaches the high end, I can do it. What we'll do. But if I were to transpose it, take it a step up to D, I might not be able to do it, but because I sounded so good in the previous one in the key of D, I'm going to try that. Let's do it in the key of D, okay? Because it's all written down in chat. So the starting note instead of G would be A. Together, we will go our way. Together, we will leave some. Together, we will E minor. No, A minor will be E minor. Together, we will leave. Oh, what did I say that? It would be D, A. Okay, A minor will be B minor. E minor will be F sharp minor, right? So D. Together, we will go our way. Together, we will leave someday. Together, your hand in my hand. Together, we will make our plan. Together, we will fly so high. Together, tell all our friends goodbye. Together, we will start life new. Together, this is what we'll do. So I could do it if I warmed up. All right. So for me, I'm going to write down C is good, but I sound better in D, but I need to warm up. So I'm going to go to the next song because I want to get through this. Now, this one I chose One Tin Soldier. The starting note is B. Okay. So one way to get into this song is you need to find that B, right? Now, if you're good with singing and hearing, you'll be able to just play G and you could hear it. But if you're not, it might help to just go through the chords, you know, a little introduction, G, D, just like the Canon, E minor, B minor. Listen for that B. Yeah, and then we have the D. There's no B in the D. Listen, children, to a story. Again, because I'm telling a story, I don't want to compete with my voice. So I could do a gentle strum with the flesh of my hands, or I could just pluck it. Listen, children, to a story that was written long ago about a kingdom on a mountain and the valley folk below. On the mountain was a treasure buried deep beneath a stone, and the valley people swore they have it for their very own. Now, because I knew that I could go from C to D, it still sounded good. I'm going to try to go up to the key of A. So everybody just go up the alphabet. Instead of G, we're going to start at the beginning of the alphabet, A. Okay, I'm going to call out the chords. The starting note instead of a B is what? It's a C sharp. Ready? Listen, story. Now we need a D, an E. Listen, children, to a story. F sharp minor that was written, and we need a C sharp minor. X444. Long ago, deep out a kingdom on a mountain, and the valley folk, E, folk below. All right, now back to the A. On the mountain. So here, if it's the last chord, because we're going back to the beginning, you could substitute E7 instead of the E. Folk below. Okay, we're sort of cheating, you know, for the purity of Pachelbel's canon, but it's all right. On the mountain, D goes to the E, 4-4-4-7, was a treasure, F sharp minor, 2-1-2-0, buried deep, B, X4-4-4, neath the stone. And the valley people swore they'll have it for their very own. I could do it. See, the formula works. I feel like I sound better. Now for Hannah and Maureen, you're going to say, you know what? I probably sound better if I go up to a perfect fourth up. Okay, so on the circle of fifths, it'll be counterclockwise. So G would go up to what? Let's just count. G, A, B, C. You probably sound better in the key of C. Let's try it, okay? Those of you that are sopranos, we're going to go back to the original chord progression and see whether you sound better doing that. All right? I could do it, or let's just do it. Ready? So starting note would be what? So this is how you figure out the starting note. Just look at the relationships. This is algebra. When I did it in the key of G, it was the B, okay? So that means G, A, B. So if I sing it in the key of C, it'll be what? C, D, E, right? It's just doing alphabet. So E will be the starting note. Let's do an open E string. Listen, children. I can't do it. Listen, children. I'm going to sing softly. Ready? C chord. And listen, children, to a story that was written long ago. And then down the kingdom, the mountain, the valley below. The mountain was a treasure buried deep beneath the stone. The valley of sore fell for their very own. All right, so I'm going to stop share and I'm going to ask, am I right? Maureen and Hannah, did that key work better for you? You could do that, right? All the sopranos out there, raise your hand. That should have been a better key. Yeah, Jane, great. Now, I still haven't gotten anything for the guys. I think I need Bruce here to figure that out. I don't know what it is for the guys. Okay. All right, let's continue. Let's go to the next song that we know. Okay, this is Let It Be Me. I think the Everly Brothers and also Elvis did this. So, okay, starting note once again is B. This is good for me. So please, even if you have to turn down the volume so you don't hear me, try to hear yourself. Try to have a sense of how do you feel? Can you sing those notes? Do you feel like you have to go like this? Or you have to go like that, or you just can't do it, right? And then we'll talk about, because we need to find that that ideal interval, then we could transpose all the songs into all the different keys, okay? Ready? I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you. And so I beg you, let it be. It should be me, but I deliberately left it out because I wanted to continue and I wanted to follow the Pachelbel progression. Notice that I'm just doing a soft strum because I'm trying to find my voice. I'm trying to hear it. I don't want to compete. I can't hear myself, right? So that's what I'm going to do. So let's continue. Let's start from the beginning again. Really listen. Ready? I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you. And so I beg you, let it be. Don't take this heaven from one. If you must cling to someone, and now forever, let it be. Then it goes to the next one. Okay, let's go back to the key of C. Play those chords in the key of C. And the sopranos should be able to do this, okay? I'll call them out. They're also in your chat. So instead of a B as a starting note, it would be what? C, D, E, E. Ready? I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you. And so I beg you, let it be. Don't take this heaven from one. If you must cling to someone, now and forever, let it be. So I could say, you know what? I can also do this in the key of C, but it's a completely different character. My voice has a completely different character. I feel different. Why is that? Well, you'll have to take voiceover ook to find out more because I don't have the answer. All right, we're almost near the end. So I hope I have time to talk about transitions, but I'll just mention a little bit. To get from here to there, when I was in the key of G, it just, for me, it made sense to let it be, you know, it'll go, I bless the day I found so big. Let it be now and forever. Let it be. So I did a D. I went up from C to D. D as a transition. Okay. So when if you're in the key of C, yeah, you would, I think you would do what? This last chord was a C. So if you were in the key of C here, this would be an F. You would do a G scale to go up, to go to the next one. And then you would sing this in the key of C. Okay. But here I just decided to do this. Here's the starting note is a D. So I did a G major. Sorry, this is actually a G major chord because it's a C natural, but I play the D chord if you don't want to play the scale. Here's to the one that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Now, this is a fast-paced song. And actually, maybe Maroon 5 didn't do it so fast-paced, but I like to kind of go have a lot of syncopation like this. Here's to the one that we got. A lot of upstrums. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, because the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. I do a lot of chucking for this. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, because the dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back, memories bring back. Okay, so again, this is in the key of G. So soprano is probably in the key of C. And this will be a good one if you know this song to try. Now, I want to go to the second to the last song, which is the last one we're singing today. And this, what I like about this is the introduction. You know, U2 has that really nice. Okay, so I'm going to ask all of you to just do this. Take the two. Oh, sorry, you couldn't hear me. I had my original sound off the entire time. Oh, sorry, couldn't hear me. Oh, let me know on that. This happens when I switch microphones in. Now you can hear me.
I
All
could
right, so I'm
hear
gonna
you.
just have you do this with your fingers. You know, these two, just the index and middle. Okay, for the entire song. It's really cool. And you can play the chords, so it'll be really cool. Okay, if you don't want to do that, you could do straight strum for that. All right. Let's try that again. Okay. That's a really nice introduction. If you read notes or read tabs, you could read this bit here. Yeah. You see the stone set in your eyes. So the transition from the previous is like this. We went, let's just go through the whole thing.
What's the song name so I can look it up?
Here, D. Ready, and here's to the one that we got. Sorry, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. So if you have the handout, you don't need to turn pages really. Okay, ready? Starting note is also B. That's the starting note, B. See the stone set in your twist of fate. On a bed of nails she makes me wait, and I'll wait without you. Okay, so this is a song. And then the 7th song is the vitamin C graduation song. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You could do this as a chord melody.
And I think
Or
you
just
want to get
pluck
to the
it,
next
or just
song.
strum it. Then G.
Can't see the music.
I don't think she can hear you.
So that ends it. And I actually have more, but I didn't put it in this slide, but it's on the handout where it goes into the song itself. Okay, I think that's all we have for now, and I just want to let you know that all, the accompaniment patterns, the different strum patterns that you could do, and all these different chords that you could use. This is what I use, what I teach in ukulele boot camp. And then the finger style will be all the tab reading, the plucking, the different styles. That is what I do in fingerstyle ukulele class. And both of these are on Tuesdays. And then in terms of putting the medley together, this is one of the things, the steps towards composing. We're actually arranging, and we're arranging, it gets there. And this is a class that Bruce Borham in Italy and I are co-teaching on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock, songwriting class. So we basically, we basically take you through to creating your own song. And then on Monday evenings, I have music theory. So all these different concepts of transposing, they're all part of music theory. So our next free workshop in this series is on the 23rd of October. And that's a Monday because one of the hypothesis theories of where Pachelbel's canon was written for, the occasions, was for Pachelbel's student, the older brother of Johann Sebastian Bach, got married on the 23rd of October. So we're going to be we're going to be playing the canon, what I did before. And that's what we're going to do. So let me just have one more poll to see. This is not something I talked about, but what is a canon? I'm just curious how many of you know which of these songs can be sung as a canon. It's multiple choice. So go ahead and choose one.
We can't hear you, Ian. We can't hear you. You can hear me.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
You'll be able to hear me. Okay.
Couldn't hear you
But
the
I won't be
whole
able to hear
time.
you unless I put my earphones. Okay, this is a good, let's end the poll. 81% have participated. Let's take a look. So canon is basically one person comes in and then the next person comes in and you just, is very repetitive. So Happy Birthday is not a canon, Silent Night is not a canon, but all the other three songs, Dona Nobis Pacem, Farajaka, and Ro Rover can be a canon. So we just did Dona Nobis Pacem last week.
Love
in
that
our
song.
3-chord Thursday. So we're gonna do more.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Hey,
All
Ann,
right.
Hear me, Ann?
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, Trisha asked if you could figure out, you could just try it and then you could figure it out, right? You could try it out and there's a way to do it. Okay. Wow. Well, thank you for attending. I hope you will fill out a post-workshop feedback. It's a short feedback. And I have to, think about what other goodies I will give you to feedback this. All right. I'm sorry that if you have a question, please write in here. I'll read all the I'll review all the videos, so I'll hear what you said. And yeah. Yeah. This is a brand new computer too. I can't believe I can't hear you. So what I want to do is actually offer some in-person, restart my ukulele ensemble. Hannah was in that, also Chris So, and let's see, Ginny experienced a little bit of that last year. Yeah, because we have this beautiful space down here. It's like an art gallery. And I really want to start checking out all these ensemble arrangements that I've got and start writing for ensemble as well. And Trisha experienced that. Yeah, our Pachelbel Canon workshop. It's just so much more when we're able to hear each other and play together. And that's what I want to start. Okay. Well, great. Can't hear you. I'm going to say goodbye. And sorry. Thank you.
Ann.
I really need to get this fixed.